Triangle. The place is home of Old Atlantis, and I've been swimming with the dolphins for the past 5 days, and all of that is thanks to you. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to have this incredible experience. And I think that I probably will begin leading retreats here and or in Hawaii, so that all of you can experience this, and I can set it up so that it's accessible and connective and fun. So click the link below and email me if you'd be interested in something like that, and coming and swimming with dolphins in one of these sacred sites. But this past week has been amazing. The Bermuda Triangle definitely has energy. Upon arriving in the little charter jet, I could feel the pulse entering the vortex, and the word that came to me is flux, the flux vortex, kind of like Avatar. And it is fluctuating. It's changing here, but it changes in a very yin way. It reminds me of the archetypal energy of temperance and balance, because you've got the chakra and the vortex happening simultaneously, and it's about movement and flow and change and flexibility. And the dolphins here have just been off the hook. They are just incredible. It's quality over quantity, because in Hawaii it's like hundreds, pods of hundreds, and so I was used to that, like jumping in the water 4 times a day, swimming with them. But this was like very consciously, we interacted with them, and they came to us, and they weaved around us, and they squeaked and sonared and really came close and really merged, and that was just insane. And so the connection between, I think, the dolphins being here, these ones specifically, and Atlantis, is that, to me, these spotted dolphins, and the bottlenose, but particularly the spotted, I feel are the Atlantean code keepers. And they give the transmission. They're the wisdom keepers. That's what they've been known as through all the ages, is the keepers of wisdom. And I feel like they are. And they access different points and access memory in us, specifically for Atlantis. And it's just amazing. And you can tell the age of a spotted dolphin by how many spots they have. As they get older, they become more spotted and more white. And so you can really distinguish like the elders. And there's this deep wisdom that they embed like in me, in us, and it's joy. Like when I was with the bottlenose, it was just joy. It was like pulsating in my heart. Even after the boat, it just accesses something so joyous and so light. But then the spotted is super deep. So that was amazing. And over the week, I had been asking, the different locals and people that work here, what do you feel? What do you feel here? They've lived here for 10, 15 years. And different answers, it was like, this is paradise, so of course I'm going to feel amazing. And others say, this is a very powerful spot. And many ley lines converge here, as well as the vortex, as well as you've got the dolphins in Atlantis. So there's a lot happening. And I definitely felt it throughout the week. There were deep fear things coming out during dream time for me. And then during the day it was joy. But it wasn't this like, boom, like, whoa, that's it, that's why I came. That didn't happen until Friday. I was having great connections with the dolphins and just so enjoying this, but that thing didn't happen. And on Friday we went to Bimini Road. And Bimini Road is they don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a road or a labyrinth or some kind of structure, wall, that was created in Atlantean times. And Edgar Cayce had channeled that they would find it here around Bimini in the 1920s, and then they did in the 1950s. And so we went to Bimini Road, and I had no expectations and jumped in the water. And instantly, the stones started delivering these frequencies to me, opening me up, like accessing these different memories. And from the bottom of my heart, from like the core of my being, it just started to break open, and I could feel so much like emotion and deep connection to this place and to the energy. I didn't even know it was happening. I was bawling and then snot flying and snorkel, and I just took it in. And upon arriving back to shore, or arriving back on the boat, you know, they're like, "Did you feel the energy?" And I'm like, yeah. Like, I did feel the energy, and it's kind of cliche, but I did. And that's important to know, is that people are going to feel certain energies, and people aren't. And that's okay if you don't. Like, there's no reason to make up feeling certain energies when they're just not there. Because it helps distinguish, when we're really honest with ourselves, what we're connected to and what we're really feeling. So I was really feeling it. And I cried for a few hours on the boat, and began to recall a life in Atlantis, and I'm still letting it simmer. I'm still letting it come up in its own time, but as a man, and what I did was I worked with the ley lines and the PowerPoints on Earth and working with those energies, and it's kind of obvious because that's what I'm doing now, and that's why I was called back here. So that's another thing, is it's like, let it be obvious. If you are connected to a certain place, if you're connected to a certain thing, you probably have been before. And so it's much more obvious than we think. And then after me crying, we ran into a group of spotted dolphins, and they were in this like ecstasy kind of love bubble, and they flowed and swimmed around us and connected and squeaked and did everything for about an hour. It was so intoxicating. I was full on dancing with dolphins, and it really felt like contact, and it didn't feel foreign, it didn't feel alien, it felt so natural, and it was just incredible. And I'll show some footage of all of these things so that you can kind of get an experience and dive into it. But my trip here has just been incredible, and I really appreciate you sponsoring me to come and to experience this. So thank you so much. And I can't wait for you to come on your own or with me or whatever happens. It's so important, I think, to go to these places, not only to get a vacation, but to really like recollect these different soul aspects and to feel these different intense frequencies, to begin to get a lay of the land for different frequencies, and especially to connect with the dolphins. I mean, their first contact, there are alien species on Earth, and they're so beautiful, and they assist so much, so they're great teachers. So I just want to thank you so much, and I love you, and I'll see you soon.